All right, I haven't made a video in a long time, and I'm really ready to do one now because the 2021 Eurovision ended yesterday, and I have been able to one, recuperate because Eurovision takes a whole day experience, and two, I have some comments. Now, the first thing is congratulations to Italy. I'm very happy that they finally won. Italy is one of the big five countries that have done relatively well since they came back, earning two second places and definitely top 10 positions in the past couple of years. However, I would like to say that this year was definitely a hard year. Now, aside from the congratulations, I am very happy I did put Italy in my top to basically win. It was for me Italy or France. And then it ended up being Italy and France, first and second. Now, I am very happy with the French and Italian results. I'm very happy with the results in general. I can't say that, oh, this country didn't deserve to be there, this country didn't deserve to do that. The one thing that I actually this year do appreciate after having 1 year of no Eurovision is that this year happens to be one of the best Eurovisions at all. All the countries were good. I was singing along to every single performance. I was enjoying every moment of it. But then at the end of the day, when you see the results, that kind of takes away the fun part of it. And majority because a lot of these results aren't really deserving. And I'm not saying that Italy, France, and Switzerland didn't deserve to be in the top, but the countries that ended up being in the bottom, I think that they should change the voting rules. And I'm going to get into that in a bit because I was comparing the 2019 results to 2021 results. Obviously, this voting system has been going on since 2016 actually. And I was just comparing the two because when you were hearing like these low results for these countries that one enjoys, you kind of feel bad. You're just like, what? Particularly San Marino. San Marino for me was my favorite. I love that song. I wasn't expecting San Marino to win, but I was expecting San Marino to actually do a lot better than they did in 2019. However, they only got 13 points in the televote, which was very shocking in my opinion. I believe San Marino probably got hit being the last country. That could be a hit or miss. Sometimes the country that goes last doesn't particularly do well with the televote, but that could, like I mentioned, that's a very hit or miss because like some countries that do go dead last do rather well. Closing the show was amazing. The performance was even great. I think that at that point, probably not a lot of people even saw San Marino. It is pretty late in the game, so I think San Marino could have opened the show, but they were put in they were selected to be part of the second half. So closing the show was amazing. Everything about that performance was amazing. I think hashtag Justice for San Marino should be a thing because how did they only get 13 points in the televote? I don't know. It could be that majority of Europe probably doesn't like the type of genre. It was a really good song. I think it actually is one of the ones that would be pretty successful outside of the Europe. And it could be considering that Florida was in it. But yeah, I still think San Marino deserved more. Every year I think a country deserves more, and this year for me it's San Marino. Now, when I go into the voting system, I have to say that it definitely needs to change. Why? So the ranking of the top 10 songs, which giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then 8, 10, and 12 points, was created in 1975 because from 1956 up to 1974, there was no real perfect voting system. I believe even in 1965, 4 countries got last place because none of them got points. All of them got 0 points. All those 4 countries or 5 countries. It's ridiculous, I think, because it's not that they were bad, it's just that people didn't like them. And at that time, it was juries that gave points. Now, in order to get rid of those 0 points in 1971, 72, and I believe 73, or maybe I think it's 72 and 73, they created another system where they had two persons give a minimum of at least 1 point. So that basically means that each country could at least get 2 points, right? So total, if there was like 20 countries, I mean, the most minimum you could get was 40 points. And then, they rank them that way. I am not sure. I never really understood the reason why they got rid of that rule or that type of voting. I guess it was just too inconsistent in the voting, but at least it guaranteed that no one would get 0 points. Like that would basically, the most minimum points, like essentially if you think about it, 40 points would be the 0 points, right? Because it means that people just gave you the bare minimum. However, I think that after they created in 1975, just, an actual ranking, because ranking points was provided, I think it was done in the 1966, when they were providing 1, 3, and 5, which would be the equivalent of the top 10. However, even then, I think 1975 had 19 countries in the Eurovision Song Contest. And even with that, you still had 9 countries that weren't getting any points. But the odds of everyone getting 0 points was kind of low. I mean, the system was not perfect because I believe in a couple of years later, I'm not entirely sure if it was 1976 or 1978. There were countries that got 0 points. Even in 1983, both Turkey and Spain got 0 points. So the system is not perfect. However, I believe that because now there's a lot more countries participating in Eurovision, they should definitely change it. Now, why do I think they should change it? The main reason why, we've been having 25 countries minimum since the 90s in the final. That hasn't changed at all. So what in reality has changed? Well, there's a lot more countries that can vote. And in reality, it's a bit unfair because if you think about it, the juries are provided to give a rank from 1 to 26 for all the songs that they see. There's 5 jury members and you've ranked all the songs. So not even in the final, but in the semifinal. But then only 10 get points. So if you're choosing between 2 songs that gets 11th and 10th place, and you decide to just give one song the 10th place, or one song ranks the 10th place, that means that the rest of the country from 11th to 26 get absolutely 0 points. Why do I think it's not fair? The main reason is because when you have a Eurovision like this, where every single country is good, every single country provides the type of help that is needed, we are kind of discrediting that. Even Switzerland said that in order to, he got first place. Congratulations to John Steers, because that was a really great performance. But he even thought that getting this amount of high points was some sort of validation, because from getting this many 12 points, he was number 1 out of 26 for many countries. The same with Barbara Parvi, right? Now, if you really consider these type of things, they should kind of change it, because I don't think that the United Kingdom, Spain, Germany, or the Netherlands deserved 0 points in the televote or in the jury vote. Now, you can definitely say that, the United Kingdom got 0 points because of political issues. You can make that argument, right? Politics, Brexit and vaccine situations. I'm not really well versed in that, but I could understand, that the same thing that happened in 2003 is the reason why. You can't say that it was the song, because James Newman did an amazing song. I actually enjoy Out of the Embers. Sometimes I have a Eurovision playlist in my Spotify, and it comes up, and I sometimes forget that it's a Eurovision song. It's a good pop song. You can jock to it, you can work out to it, but it didn't do well. I wasn't expecting it to do amazing, but I was not expecting it to get zero, absolutely 0 points. Now, like I said, I don't even know. I haven't gone into full detail about the rankings. He could have gotten 26th place in every single country, but if he would have gotten 11th or some type of points, that would have helped, right? So what happens now? I think that the Eurovision reference group or the countries or whoever makes the rules for the contest should start considering different options for voting. Why? Because 3 of the big 5 got last place, and you can't say that these countries didn't try. You can't. There's no argument about that. It's so, the songs, there was a lot of production value, and like no matter what, whether you like the songs or not, these people worked so hard for the past 2 years. Well, Jendrik didn't really do, but Django, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name, James and Blas were doing this for 2 years. And I still kind of find it strange how Spain does really well in the Junior Eurovision, but they don't do as well in the actual Eurovision. There's a lot of different arguments. I believe that particularly Junior Eurovision Spain sends more flamenco themed songs, except for 2019 they sent opera, but they've sent quality music. I personally believe that Spain always has an injustice with Eurovision, because the past couple of years, aside from 17 and maybe 18, the Spanish songs were actually really good. They're the songs that I listen to the most. They're the songs that actually attract people that I know. I'm Peruvian, and I'm also, like, I have, Latino families, and usually the Spanish song tends to be the one that we like the most. So we feel really bad. And I could say that I felt for Blas, because that was an absolutely beautiful song. We have gone through a horrible time. I understand that a lot of people don't want to remember, but we're still going through it. People are still dying. And I have been so lucky and blessed that I haven't had a family member pass away from COVID-19, but I know a lot of friends that have lost loved ones, mothers, grandmothers, cousins, sisters, aunts, godmothers, like really close loved ones, that this song was the one to connect with people. This is the song that should have done well, or at least hit something for people. It didn't, which is understandable. I get it. Maybe you don't like sadness. Maybe you don't understand Spanish. That's not understanding Spanish, most likely it. And I don't think that Blas was trying to use his grandma's death to get some pity votes, but just the song was just beautiful. Like, I first was like, this is not a song about someone you love, but it also, when you listen to the lyrics at the beginning, it's kind of like having a connection with the country. But anyway, this should definitely change, because I think that those 0 points were definitely undeserving. I understand the attitude that these people received it, but I also have to say that this Eurovision happens to be the nicest one in terms of connecting. I understand that, the green room was actually in where usually the crowd is, but that made it kind of nice, because all the artists were able to connect with each other, even though they didn't really interact as much with each other physically. However, with the win, I actually felt kind of nice. Like, I don't know if anyone else noticed this. However, the win, usually automatically everyone concentrates on the winner. The winner has the walk, everyone's like cheering the winner on. Italy had that. They had the walk and everything, but obviously because they had to get ready, they kind of did some B roll, right? And they were showing the other countries, and they were kind of okay, you know? And I actually appreciated that, because usually you forget about the rest, right? And they were showing all the different countries that were there. Everyone was sharing the win, kind of like, because they were all in this together. This was a pandemic. Iceland wasn't able to be there because unfortunately they got positive for COVID-19. I think this is one of the Eurovisions to remember. That's why I make it this video, just to kind of like discuss that even though Italy won, it was just a journey together. Everyone was happy. Well, obviously, usually everyone congratulates the winner and no one's like bitter. But I really appreciated that moment that we had to share with the countries that didn't win. It was very brief, but you at least got to see them, you know? Now, another thing that I still want to say is that San Marino deserved more. That's another point that I have to make, that the voting system had to change. But my last point, this is in reality, and I hope that this is the beginning of a great trend for Eurovision, because the quality of the songs, even for the songs that didn't make it, I will always remember this Eurovision. I've never had so much fun enjoying every single song. There were other years I could say that there were songs that I just didn't like, so I would sit down. This time I enjoyed every single song, every single moment of it. Even having the previous winners perform, even though they weren't there, it was amazing to reconnect. I've seen all editions of Eurovision Song Contest, and the one that touched me the most was 1969, because that is my go-to. When I'm not feeling good, I will go to 1969 Eurovision. It feels amazing to see Lenny Kaur perform it. I was singing along. It was amazing. I was really upset in 2020 when they canceled it. Like everyone, any Eurovision fan would be. And if 2020 would have happened, we wouldn't have had the songs that we had in 2021. But everyone did well. And this is what happens when every single song is of quality. You kind of have really bad rankings, right? I don't think the only one that I definitely do think that was unfair personally, right? It's not like everyone's thinking this, was definitely San Marino, Bulgaria. And obviously, I don't think that Germany, Spain, well, I personally, also Spain, but I don't think that, United Kingdom, Germany, even the Netherlands, I even thought that the Netherlands could have won, because that was an amazing song, but whatever. But I don't particularly think that Germany or United Kingdom would have actually done better than they did. I think that probably the rankings that they got would have been the rankings that they would have gotten even if they got points. But I think that getting 0 points, absolute 0 points, especially for James Newman, was ridiculous. And I think a lot of people shared this opinion with me. And I also really appreciated that, even though the judges, or the hosts were trying to move on, the EBU gave the opportunity, because the crowd noticed the unfairness of the 0 points. So he got absolute 0, like 0-0, which was completely unfair. I was even shocked that the juries wouldn't even consider it, because this was a bop. This was a good song. Compared to 2020, James Newman actually tried. The United Kingdom actually tried. And they did try it as well with Zuri. And I just hope that they don't withdraw, because it's a country that comes in and it brings something in. But what else can they do? They try, and Europe responds to them like this. And I don't think it's Europe. It's just the unfair voting system. 16 countries get 0 points. 16 countries get ranked 0. Next year it'll be 15. That's a lot of countries. They have to definitely change the ranking. At least maybe 13 countries get points, or 15 countries get points. Yeah, with 15 countries getting points, that leaves 10 that don't. Or maybe just give them all points. It'll be confusing, and maybe there will be like a winner that people won't think it's deserving. But at least you won't get the sadness of working so hard throughout the year. rehearsing every single day. And it wasn't like the songs were bad. You can't even say that Germany was bad. Germany was fun. They were all good songs, and they all worked hard. They're all people. Like, everyone takes the effort to do something. And it's not like nobody voted for them. It's just that they got votes, but they didn't, equal to points. So hopefully they do consider changing that rule, because it's ridiculous. Four countries getting absolutely nothing? I don't know. But regardless of that, I enjoyed this Eurovision so much. And every single thing about this Eurovision was amazing. The songs were amazing. The production was amazing. The Netherlands did an amazing job at hosting. So yeah, this is kind of like my opinion of what happened. Congratulations to Italy. Congratulations to France getting second place in 30 years. The last time was literally 30 years. I really hope that France continues to work hard and do whatever they're doing to get a win. I actually personally want France to win once. Congratulations to also Switzerland, getting so many years of not qualifying, and finally, the last time they got 6th place and this time getting 3rd place. The voting system definitely has to be reconsidered, the same reasons why they created the original voting system. They have to see what they can do. Part of the reason why they changed it in 2016 was because 2 countries got 0 points when they actually would have gotten points if they used the current system in 2015. Germany would have gotten 0. Austria wouldn't have gotten 0. It is what it is, Yeah. And just to kind of end on the high note, like I mentioned again, even the countries that didn't qualify, I will listen forever. So if you guys are getting some royalties from those Spotify hits, you are definitely doing something. And a lot of countries deserved more. A lot of countries, worked really hard, and everything showed. This is the Eurovision that we want. This is the Eurovision that we all needed, and we finally got it. To make it perfect, we just need to change the voting system, because it's unfair, and I don't want it to trigger people to say, oh, I don't want to go because I will always get 0 points because of my country. That's not the type of Eurovision that we want to be. There's a lot of hate between the songs. People, like to say, oh, that song's not good, that song's not bad. But in reality, we just have to kind of be happy with the fact that this was one of the best ones. Every single song was good. Bulgaria gave me feels. Like, I was shocked with the 11th place. But I can't argue that, the only one that I argued with in my shock was San Marino, but I can't argue that, oh no, this country should be higher, or this country, because the places is the placement. It's still a contest. The results are the results. But at the same time, we have to see, and I don't know, to me, everyone was a winner. Italy was the winner, but everyone was a winner because everyone gave them their all and everyone did everything. And this happens every year in Eurovision. But the thing is, like, the quality of music. Any one of these songs could actually do well anywhere. Of all 39 songs. So I'm excited for 2022. I'm willing to see what happens in 2022. I'm very happy with Italy. I had the winner. I saw as soon as I saw the semifinal performance, I'm like, Italy's gonna win, or it's France. I even said France or Italy. A lot of people were leaning for France, but a lot of people are happy with Italy. I can't say anything else, but thank you so much, Eurovision, and thank you so much to everybody that participated this year. No matter what the results came, every single song gave me life, and that is what I needed, and I thank you with the bottom of my heart. Now, I don't know if I'm going to make more Eurovision videos. I did try to do some in 2019, but making videos is a lot. So I will definitely try, and I don't think my 500 subscribers are waiting for me to do something, but I'll see what happens. I'll definitely try to make more specifically for 2022, but I could say that, but I could also be lying. Anyway, thank you so much, and thank you for watching this video.